Have you ever felt like you're always the one who makes the first move? You're the one texting, you're the one asking how they're doing, you're the one keeping the conversation going, while the other person only gets short, cold replies, or no response at all. It doesn't really disappear. It stays there, present but immobile, as if on the fringes of your life, never reaching out to you. And then that question arises inside you that you try to stifle. But if they never reach out to me, how much does this connection really mean to this person? Many people think it's shyness or indecision, but the truth is more subtle. Behind that silence lies a precise psychological mechanism, and if you don't recognize it, you risk becoming the only source of emotional energy while the other person simply receives. Today, I'll take you inside those invisible mechanisms. I'll show you what it really means when someone never reaches out to you first, and what you need to do to avoid losing yourself in the waiting. If you've ever found yourself staring at a phone, waiting for a text that never arrives, this video will help you regain clarity, dignity, and direction. Before you begin, leave a like, subscribe to the Emotional Wisdom channel, and say, "I've been there too." Okay, let's get started. When the other person never takes the initiative, a subtle but devastating dynamic occurs. You begin to fill their silences. They never text you, you text them. They never propose anything, you organize it. They respond coldly. You try to make yourself more interesting, more present, more right. And so, without realizing it, you lose touch with that inner voice that whispers to you that something is out of balance. Many confuse perseverance with sacrifice. They think, if I keep being there, sooner or later this person will reciprocate. But it doesn't work that way. When you do everything, the other person learns, without malice, that they don't have to commit, that they don't have to take risks, that they can stay comfortable in their place. We get used to everything that requires no effort and take it for granted. You wake up, check your phone, and there's nothing. That little emptiness in your stomach pushes you to write. They respond, yes, but they don't move toward you. The conversation only exists because you drag it along. And so they don't feel your absence, because you don't give them the space to feel it. When your presence is guaranteed, its value diminishes. That's why you have to let silence exist, reveal itself. Silence stops hurting when you stop covering it up. People don't want to hurt, they want emotional comfort. And when you run and the other person walks, guess who's carrying the burden and who's relaxing? Imagine, you send 4 messages. The other person responds once or twice, briefly, without opening doors, without reaching out to you. And instead of seeing reality, you tell yourself, I have to try harder. This is where you slip. You're no longer acting like a centered person, but like someone who fears losing. And fear breeds pressure. Others sense the source of your energy. They sense the difference between someone who offers attention by choice and someone who does so out of fear of not being reciprocated. What arises from fear suffocates rather than attracts. Connection is a dance. If you're the one dancing for two, it's no longer a dance, it's a drag. The solution isn't to be cold, but to be balanced. Mirror their energy. If they write to you warmly, reciprocate. If they reach out to you, reply. If they're silent, don't rush to make noise. When you stop doing everything yourself, one of 2 things always happens. If he cares, he comes closer. If he doesn't, he withdraws. In either case, you gain clarity, and clarity is worth more than any illusion. There's a moment many know well. You send a message and wait. And suddenly your mood depends on a notification. If it arrives, you feel relieved. If it doesn't, you feel forgotten. This is how your emotions end up in the hands of someone who hasn't yet earned that role. It's not their fault. You're the one who handed over that power. Remember a fundamental truth. A response is information, not approval. It shows you how invested the other person is, not how valuable you are. And when this phrase stops being a concept and becomes flesh, everything changes. You return to your goals, your plans, your real life. No one should become the control button that controls your self-esteem. When you rediscover this center, everything changes. You respond calmly. You don't chase. You don't beg. You don't feel compelled to fill silences. You become someone who is comfortable in their own inner spaces, and this, paradoxically, increases respect and attraction. Those who remain whole in silence communicate strength. Many believe that backing out means losing someone. The paradox is that they often lose them precisely because they never back down. If you're always available, predictable, and present, the other person doesn't truly feel your presence. Because the contrast is missing, no one appreciates what can't be missed. Too much presence kills desire. Too much security eliminates curiosity. Too much availability prevents the other person from spontaneously approaching you. You need to leave space, a breathing space, a healthy void. Don't write every day out of fear. Don't fill everything, don't always push. Absence creates clarity, and that clarity reveals everything. If he cares, he'll seek you out. If he doesn't, he won't. Stop living in assumptions and let reality speak for itself. Absence isn't manipulation, it's balance. You're not punishing anyone, you're protecting yourself. Many get stuck in a relationship where the other person never initiates, but responds just enough to keep them hooked. And then they delude themselves. There's interest. In reality, it's often just habit and convenience. The test isn't a mind game, it's simply functional distance. Stop making the first move and observe what happens. Not with anger, not with coldness, but with ease. Leave a void and observe. Does the other person fill it or remain still? Do they seek you out? Notice the difference? Ask how you're feeling. Show any movement toward you? If the relationship exists only when you drag it along, it's not a relationship. It's an illusion sustained by your effort. Actions speak much louder than words. There's no need to clarify, just observe. At a certain point, the question changes. It's no longer, why doesn't he look for me? It becomes, why do I accept so little? It's not love that makes you settle. It's fear of loneliness, of emptiness, of not finding something better, of losing something you perhaps never truly had. When you accept crumbs, you begin to convince yourself that it's the best you can get. And you call something that exists only thanks to your investment a connection. Raising your standards doesn't mean being harsh, it means being honest with yourself. Ask yourself, does this person invest? Do they choose you? Do they seek you out? Do they take concrete steps toward you? If the answer is no, then the question becomes, why am I giving so much to those who give nothing? When you truly raise your standards, the wrong people fall away on their own, and the right ones come forward without you having to chase. Genuine interest doesn't hide. If you've made it this far, you're already looking at the version of yourself that was waiting for a message to feel seen. The point isn't to make someone come back. The point is that when you stop chasing someone who doesn't choose you, you finally start choosing yourself. When you don't react to silence, when you stop filling everything with your presence, when you raise your standards, something powerful happens. Silence no longer scares you. It informs you, reveals you, clarifies you, and it gives you back that part of yourself you'd lost while seeking approval. Remember, value isn't achieved by insisting, but by staying true to your essence. The right person will never make you doubt their interest. You don't have to conquer space in anyone's life. You have to fully occupy your own. If this video spoke to you, leave a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, have you ever chased someone who wasn't looking for you? Or simply, it's happened to me. I'm here to read you.